guys, welcome back to the Shell Shack. Glad you all were able to make it back. As I showed in my last video, I got this awesome dragon head mold in, and I gotta show you guys this. So look at that. So you got the dragon's toofies, nose, his little fronds, his eye, and his horns, and this is a really deep mold. So what I'm thinking for this time around is we make a kind of a Halloween fall themed whatever dragon candle. And what does dragon brains smell like? I don't know. Might end up being something cinnamon spicy. Who knows? We'll come up with a fall scent for him. But how cool is that? Maybe driftwood, kind of like smoky campfire smell, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to think of a good scent for him too. But so I ordered this from Temu. Now usually you guys know, if you've seen any of my videos, that my molds end up being about this size. So this was from last week's video, and ends up being about this size. But I thought this one really surprised me, because it's a chunky monkey. There's my hand and there's the mold. I mean, it's a good 8 inches long by about 6 inches wide. Deep recess in there for our candle. And then I want to show you guys something. So there's a thing, like I always say, did I get Temu'd or whatever? Let me show you what the definition of getting Temu'd is. Now, I was ordering a tent that I could take to the beach to get some shelter, you know, in case a little rainstorm comes through, get out of the sun, whatever, for me and my friend that's coming into town, which you guys will get to meet on some of our upcoming videos. This is what came in, guys. This is what came in. So there's my hand. I can get my hand through the door. This is getting Temu'd. It's so funny, I decided to keep it. Like, I laughed so hard. I pulled this out and went, what on earth is this? Yeah. Woo. So this is the definition of getting Temu'd. Now, my dragon mold, I'm gonna call it getting anti-Temu'd. That means when you get something from Temu or wherever you order from, and it's actually bigger and better than what you thought it was going to be when you ordered it. And that is this guy. I am excited to do this one. So the colors I picked out for this, we're gonna go dark. So I'm gonna do some plum, and I'm gonna actually oversaturate the mix so that, and then I'm gonna add some of this, this one is Black Currant Noir. So it's even a darker purple. We're gonna make him super dark purple, and then we're gonna paint him with the technique using paint and mica powders. So he'll shimmer, and then I'm thinking about where his eye is. I'm gonna drill out just a little indentation in his eye and put a crystal for his eyes. I think that would look really cool. So drill these parts out and put a crystal in its place. That might be kind of neat. So that's what we're gonna do, guys. That's this week's video, and this is probably gonna take a hot second because it's a big mold. It's gonna have to sit up for a couple of days to let the water leach out before we can do any painting or anything to it. So I figured we'd get started now, and then but this one's gonna take a hot second. All right, as always, in the background you hear music playing. That is by House of Nobles, and I'll throw up a screenshot of their YouTube page. The music's great, especially the one I have playing in the background now has dragons flying across it. It's very Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter-esque feels, so I figured since we're doing our dragon, it's perfect to have dragon things going in the background. So I'll throw them up on screen. I'll also put them in a link into the description below, so that way you guys can find their channel. Great for background music while you're doing your work. All right, so nothing to it but to do it, right? Oh boy. And I refilled my water container, so we are good to go. Now this might take a couple of pours because these are my bowls and that's as big as I want to go at one time so it doesn't set up super fast on us. And let's get this thing going. I cannot wait to see these colors. Like really, I'm gonna do them like lots of drops, do it really rich. I wanted a dark, hopefully kind of get a royal purple out of it. I thought I had a color in my box called Princely Purple or something like that, but I did not see it. I'm just double checking before we get, ah ha 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 ha, yes, yes. So I don't need to use that one, and I'll do a mix of those two. And I'm going to actually stir these in and make them kind of solid because I haven't decided. While we stir, we decide. And I am going to go a little runnier on this so it doesn't set up too fast on me. Let me keep mixing, see if this is. Make sure when you're mixing your powder, especially in like as much powder as we're doing here, you want to make sure you scrape your bottoms of your bowl because you want all that powder to mix in. And I think we're going somewhere between crepes and Saturday morning pancakes with this. Trying to think, should I make him solid or should I go with the marbling like we always do? But I don't want a whole lot of white. Let's just make him solid because we're going to be doing a lot of painting on him. Bring out those little scales and put some shimmer on them and some gold and different things. You're going to be so pretty. Okay, now I already stirred this one, but I have not stirred the Princely Purple up because we just pulled it out. You got to make sure you stir your pigments up really well. Again, this is Homeware Design Company, homewaredesign.co. The makers of these pigments are in the UK, and they are some of the best pigments for doing magic pour I've come across, and I've tried a lot of different things. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ish, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a squirt. 10 was a squirt. And then let's do some. Let's see what this gives us. I want it to be hyper saturated in color this time. Oh, look at that. Oh, mama like. Look at the richness of these colors, guys. Rich, rich colors. Okay. This is more Princely Purple. One. I'm just gonna do Normally you would never use this much color, but since I want to saturate this, because I thought about pulling out my black acrylic paint and getting that kind of charcoal gray like we did with one of our other pieces, our other dragons, but I thought, well, I got these new pigments in now that work so much better. Okay, a little bit more. I think this is going to be good. We're going to go with whatever this ends up. We're just going to go with it. I could buy the black magic pour. There is a company that sells this in black, but it's super expensive and it's also overseas. So you pay not only the expensive price for the product, but it's got to be shipped from overseas. But that is a really pretty purple. All right. So let's get this in our mold. I'm going to pour nice and slow because there's a lot of detail down in this dragon. And we're probably going to pause a couple of times and do our tappy tip. Okay. A lot of detail down in this. Okay. Move. Tappy tippy tippy tappa tappa tippy tippy tap. I could bust out my vibration table, but it can be obnoxious sometimes. So guess what, guys? We're in it for severe storms again today. Oh my goodness. In my last video I mentioned every day we've been getting these really bad thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms. Even the other day when I was filming, we got a tornado warning that popped up, but it was for much further north than what I am. And oh my goodness, we've lost power every single one of those days. Even for like a second or two, you know, it hasn't been bad, but it's like doggone. Okay, so obviously, even though my bowl was filled, that's not enough. This is a big mold, guys. I ain't joking. And for this one, because we're kind of featuring this mold, I'll see if I could put the link to Temu up for you, so you can order this one yourself if you like. Okay, I'm gonna try that amount. See if this amount gets us the rest of the way. There, that should do it. Try not to slosh this either. Okay. Oh no! No. Okay, well that's a mess I'll clean up in a minute. I don't want this setting up on me. Got a little overzealous. Well, that's one way to hyperpigment your magic pour, is to drop the whole bottle in there. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, I didn't want our dragon coming out periwinkle. So let's see if this is going to be enough. I think so. Maybe not. Oh, come on. I just don't want to make too much of this because I don't really have any other molds on standby this time. I figured this was going to be big enough. Yep. One more. And I'm going to be getting purple off my hands for days. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to clean up this bottle just a little bit just so I can handle it, because we got to put a little bit more magic pour in here. Oh, well, there's no doubt what this color is anymore. Boy, tell you. Two more scoops I think will do it. So when you go to, when you pour your molds, you'll notice at first when you pour it, it does heat up a little bit because this does have a chemical, it's resin-esque material in it. That's what binds all this together. So it will heat up when the mold, so you don't want to demold it while it's still hot. What you do is you wait for it to like when you handle the mold, it'll feel cool in your hand, like cooler than the normal room temperature. So that's when you know that you can demold and it has completely set up for you. Okay, let's not drop the darn thing in there anymore. So just some little tips and tricks and hints while we do this. Okay. And boy, do I have a mess to clean up. And since this is going to be a planter, it's why I'm really trying to get to the tippy top of this mold. Oh, we don't want it spilling over too much. Too late. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to clean up this ginormous mess I just managed to make. And I'll bring you guys back and we'll demold him and see what he looks like. And then we'll come back after that and get him sealed up and painted. The painting part's going to be the fun part. I'm excited about that. And making the candle. And I'll pull all that stuff out for our next time. All right, guys. See you soon. Hey, guys, and we're back. So, I put on some gloves because this is so saturated in color. I finally got all the purple off my hands. And I was like, no, I need gloves. I don't want purple back on my hands again. And so let's see. Ooh. I'm going to do this very gingerly. There's a lot of little bits on this one. Yeah, I'll let this sit for like an hour. Normally you can demold after half an hour, but because this is so big and with all this little detail, oh boy. I hope I can do all this on camera, guys. I'm trying. I just don't want to break off anything. Okay. And he's got little horns too. So I'm going to try to hold on to his front. There we go. Whew. Okay. Well, there is right out of the mold, and this thing is so heavy. I am not putting this up on eBay to ship, or if I do, it's not going to be free shipping on this one because this guy is heavy. So there we go. And his little toofies. And this is kind of an odd, so it's not as deep as I originally thought, because in the mold, you know, I was able to put the pen down in there, but I think it's because this part is the base, the support is so tall that I thought it was going to be a lot deeper, but that's okay. I still think we can do a nice little candle in here, and then when it runs out, someone can take out the candle I put in here and they can put in their own candle. So I think this is still going to be good to do a candle in. There's these little bits that were by I'm just breaking them off because it's easier to do while it's still kind of, it's fully cured, but it's just easier to do now. So this guy's gonna have to sit for a while, and he's gonna have to get all the water content out. So I'm just gonna leave him to do his thing for the next couple of days while I work on some other stuff, probably some more videos for you guys in the background, but he's going to be just sitting there kind of chilling while the water comes out, and then we'll be able to put a glaze and everything on him in the next couple of days. So that's where we're at right now, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm glad I put on gloves because look at the purple. And yeah, I think this one's going to come out really good. And oh, by the way, so let's see. What's the latest here? I got to give you guys an update. So, that is what's coming at us right now here on the good old radar. Yeah, so we are about to be in for it here in just a little bit. There's already severe thunderstorm warnings going up all over the place. I don't think I'm under one right now, but I expect that to change here in the next little bit. So I am going to leave the shell shack and I am going to go inside. All right, and it is dark, guys. It is dark outside. Oh my gosh. Look how dark. So it is right now 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and look how dark. Oh my goodness gracious. And my hand is shaking. Huh. So holy wow. Ugh. All right, I'm ducking. I'm buying. I will see you guys back when we're ready to paint this guy up. See you in a little bit, guys. Hey guys. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it is dark. Woo. Woo. I thought, since I bailed earlier after demolding the dragon with you guys, I thought I'd show you what one of these thunderstorms looks like. Hopefully I'll be here I can stay out here for a little bit before the rain starts blowing in on the porch, but it is dark. All the shed lights are on, the porch lights are on, the street lights, night sensors even came on out front. But there's no shade, there's no cover for me out front of the house. So I have to come out here and see how long I can last before I start getting wet. Woo, I made it in just in time. This is crazy spooky dark. The camera is even making it look lighter than what it really is. And this is not even the bad part. This is just the rain front. We're still expecting some severe storms to come through here in a little bit, but it's going to get too windy out here for me to film, so I thought I'd bring you guys out now. See if we can get a thunder boomer on here before I let you guys go. Gully washer. Oh, let's see if I can. Yeah, it is coming down. All right, guys. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. You can see. A little bit, enough to where it's starting to blow rain on me. So all right, I'll see you guys back in the shell shack when it's safer. Bye now. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a couple of days and our dragon has dried out, and I put the sealer on there so you can see how shiny it is on the back. A little shiny in the bottom. It pooled a little bit. But our sealer's on there. I can handle it without getting stuff all over my hands. And really quick, I want to let you guys know, I read all the comments. And on my last video, wonderful person commented that my stuff, sometimes my work can get out of frame because I pull it toward me and I tend to work close to me. You know what? Absolutely correct. You guys called it out. Absolutely correct. And so I tried doing the little, like I took a marker and I drew an X on my mat, but every time I'd wipe my mat down, I would of course wipe the marker off. So, and I tried tape and it just collected all kinds of junk. So that didn't quite work out, but I have these little silicone mats that kind of help you grab things and open stubborn lids and stuff. And I thought, well, this is easy. I could just put this on here and it'll clean up as easy as this does. So this is what we're doing. And hopefully this will keep me straight until Mike can get home. He's going to help me rejigger my camera system so that way stuff is more naturally in frame. And as always, I have our dragony background music of House of Nobles. Again, and the link is in the description. So I have that playing in the background to get me all inspired to do our dragon. And I had a couple ideas as I was putting the glaze on this guy. A couple ideas. So I pulled out my, I have like all kinds of fishing tackle because I love to go fishing, but I have all these extra containers, you know, that have come out of old boxes and whatever, like, you know, these kind of things. So I have all these extra containers. Well, every time I go like to Hobby Lobby or I see it on Temu and there's, you know, good deal or whatever, I'm always picking up little beads and stuff. And so I have like little bone beads and gears for my steampunk stuff. And when I went to Texas and visited my friend Joel, hi Joel, I found like all these cool crystals and different things. So I picked up a bunch of these and I thought, well, that might be kind of cool to add. And I have other containers. I just didn't want to pull them all out for you because my whole table was loaded up here a minute ago. But I pulled out just some different crystals, and I was thinking, like, after we get them all painted, depending on what the colors end up being, you know, because purple and this color, woo, a little rough, but depending on how our colors end up, like, I can attach some of these crystals in here so they'll stick up a little bit, and then we'll pour the candle, and then that way whoever buys this also gets some crystals. And these actually have holes in them, so if you wanted to bead through them or something, you can. I think most of them do. Trying to find, usually you can see the little hole through them. Yeah, these have holes in them. So if you want to like put them on a piece of string or hang them and let them catch the light or whatever, they're all meant for jewelry, so they all have holes in them, or most do. I won't make that promise. How's that? Because in this one I don't see any hole. And that reminded me, turn on my light. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So yeah, oh, this one does have a hole too. Woohoo! It's just very hard to see, which is good when you're putting it in your work, so it's not obvious that it's a bead, but it's kind of nice afterward, you know. And then I thought what we could do is take our little mini drill and drill out a little bit of his eyes. This is after we had to paint all this first, but I have these little seed beads, and so I was thinking something, it could be something like this. Maybe. Ooh, that's really pretty. That stands out, especially if our dragon stays dark like this. I have these guys, so obviously it would be in the center, but maybe follow the shape of the eye. That'd be good too, Sandy, right? So a little speed right there, and like his little eyes will twinkle. And then I have this kind too, just got a little bit of burgundy and like copper in it. You guys get the idea, right? So I was thinking we do something like that after, and so far I'm liking the seed beads the best, the little white ones, because they stand out more, they catch the light more. So anyways, that was some ideas I was coming up with as I was watching this guy dry. Luckily kept that off camera for you guys because that's not very fun watching stuff dry. But so for this, we're gonna do a couple of different things. I really want, and I think I need to go get him, but I showed you guys in a previous video, I have all these mica pens. They're kind of they have something sticky in them, so that way whatever you're painting on, like, it'll stick. And you know, it's like a rollerball looking thing, but it's actually like an ink pad, and you press it down and then you just paint on your, you know, your color or whatever. So we have these to use. I have regular mica color shifting powders to use, and we're gonna do like when the paint is still damp, put some of this mica on, and then we're gonna cover it with just like a acrylic sealer, because I don't want to use spray, you know, the clear spray, because if this is a candle, that would be kind of flammable, which is not good. Fire bad, tree pretty, right? For all my Buffy fans out there. So that was kind of my idea, and I have some of these color shifting micas down in here, and I have way more up on the shelf we'll pull out as we need to. So what I think I'm going to do is put you guys off like turn the camera off for a minute, get all my colors laid out. That way it's not like a hodgepodge on the table of everything under the sun. Figure out what like the color schemes and everything we're going to use. And then what we'll do is come back, and then I'll do like a fast forward through the painting process, because I know it's going to take a while, and maybe I'll bring you guys down for like the mica part so you can see it a little better. And then so we'll you know, I'll just get the base paint on there first, the base colors, and then I'll come back and we'll do the little bit of mica, and then I'll seal it off camera and show you guys at the end. I don't want to drag you out like the last couple of videos. I know they were long, so let's do that, and I will see you guys back in a flash. Hey guys, and we're back. So okay, I pulled up this image on Google. I hope you guys can see that. And there's not too much glare on it. So basically, I was just trying to get some ideas for some color variations, because I didn't want to just, you know, go plain. So my idea is this kind of this green color. I'm gonna take, and I have the dragons facing. Ooh, hello, there's some gold in there. Oops. Okay, that was not intentional. That's pretty cool though. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of gold in there. It was in my brush, guys. So to take this green up like this, and I have him facing me, that way I can kind of see what it looks like if he was staring right at me. She, he, whoever you want to make your dragon. And then what I thought I would do is from there, this gold is kind of cool. Did not mean for that. That was from one of our last mermaid projects. I must have had still some gold in my brush. And then it kind of goes into this pearly purple, which I picked. I have this purple and I have this purple. I think we're gonna go with this. Well, let's keep both out. Let's keep our options open. How's that? And then this is just like the base colors, base coats. So let's go up into, and I'm not even washing my brush out. So this is kind of my idea, was to like make the face under the eye kind of purple. So go purple under the eye, and then the nose flares up to into the horns, make them like a white gold. Almost like an ivory, but with some gold in it, because it's a dragon, so of course. And then this is going to be kind of a mix of purple and the green together, like just a smattering of kind of both colors like that. So that's my idea so far, and I'm not going to drag you guys along for this whole process, but this is where I will leave you and put you on fast forward and let you enjoy some music, and maybe I'll come up with some dragony sounding music for you guys to listen to. All right guys, enjoy the process and the music.
Little longer than a few minutes later.
Hey guys, and we're back. So I figured it out. I figured out what we were gonna do. It took a couple of different paints and a couple of layers and just a couple of everything. So I think what we're gonna do, well, I don't think, because I'm kind of already doing it. I keep saying that, like, I think this is what I'm gonna do, but then that's what I'm doing. Oh, we're funny people. So I busted out one of these paint, I don't know what you call them, mica pens? We'll just call them mica pens. And I started kind of going along these little edges with it like that. Maybe a little on the tip there. And so what these do, like there's no mica on this part. It's all down in here. So every time you run out, you just kind of, you know, you don't have to screw it all the way in like I do, but you do that, and then you get a fresh layer on there. And I like that. And then what I thought is, because I don't want it to be too brash, I use all my paintbrushes. I abuse paintbrushes. At one point, I think I was going to order some like really nice ones, and I'm like, why? Just why? Unless I was only going to use them for my painting, and that's it. Because I do paint on the side too, like actual paintings. But it's like, why do that if I'm just, you know, I'm definitely, if I got new brushes, I would not put them out here in the shell shack because they would be destroyed. So I like that. That kind of gives it kind of an armored metallic look to that. I do like that. And let's see what other colors we can muster up here. Because what I think... Ooh. How gold is this gold? Let's find out. Okay, so it's like an antiqued gold. So if I just kind of... Because I was liking kind of how my paintbrush had a little bit of gold mica powder on it. And then I can take my brush and go over it. Well, that's kind of neat. What do you think about that, guys? I gotta... moving around a lot. So like for scales, you know, just to highlight the tops of these scales, I'm just rubbing over it and like, you know, just like that. And then maybe go over it. Let's try a Q-tip or something. Yeah, let's try a Q-tip. Okay. I don't know if those do have liquid in them, so, but I try to keep them closed when I'm not using them, because I don't know if there's anything in there that would evaporate or whatever. Okay, so Q-tips, yeah, you can blend this a little bit. The paint is mostly dry. It's not all the way dry. You want it at least a little bit tacky, or else this stuff will not stick. It's like mica powder, you know, you got to have something there for it to grab onto. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's looking really good, guys. Let's pull out, I have this blue. It's like that color. And let's see if it's too close to the actual paint. I did a good job. Meaning I managed to match my own paint. Oh, that's silver. See, that's kind of a silvery color. Let's see what this one is. Let me see. I'm looking for something to kind of go over these little frills. Frills? I think lizards have frills, so why wouldn't dragons have frills? Right? Does that make sense? I don't know dragon anatomy. I like dragons. So I have my son, I have 3 sons, and one of my sons lives out in Wyoming, and he is like he studies Greek and different mythologies and all that, and I'm sure he could tell me the entire genus, species, you know, the whole phylum of dragons. And he was, I was talking to him the other day, and he's talking about opening up a new age shop out in where he lives in Wyoming, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, it's right up his alley. I mean, he's so good with that kind of stuff, and the knowledge base would just blow your mind. Ooh, that might be kind of cool. A little flash of something here. I want to get crazy. I just want to look like the lights hitting them and glimmering and doing different things, you know. But yeah, he's like, he's crazy smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. Just gotta just got to teach the boy about, like, he's very awkward when it comes to conversations. Like, you know, hey, how you tell people, read a room, read the room. He don't read the room very well, but, you know, it's part of the, I think it's part of the, what do you call it? I don't know, the genetic makeup when you're just that crazy smart that you're just, you know, you're gonna, you might lack in some social skills, but he is just crazy, crazy smart. And my son, Brett, who lives up in Maryland, he might be coming down to visit, and I'll have to get him on the channel for you guys. My son Brett is a hoot. He just like, he comes up with stuff right off the cuff. Told him, I said, man, if you ever change jobs, become a stand-up comedian. Okay, what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just going up on this rim, and I'm just kind of picking an arbitrary line. And I don't know, I might put a light coat all the way around inside here because I mean, I don't want it to like look funny when the candle burns down. But, and this is acrylic paint, and we're going to seal it with acrylic sealer, so it should be fine. Nothing's flammable. I mean, the worst case scenario is the candle wax might take off some of the paint inside, but it won't hurt the outside. So yeah, that looks good. I was gonna leave it just plain, but then at the back of his little head back here looked funny if it was left plain. Okay, what else can we do? I need to paint his eyes. I keep saying his. I think it's a his, guys. I keep calling this dragon a his. So he is a his. I love how that gold from my brush came out up here and did some things. That's really cool because it wasn't intended, but it was like it was meant to be. I think that's really neat. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I missed a whole spot. Oh no, oh no. Because what I'll do now is I'm gonna get in there and get the eyes painted. And then we'll seal this when it's fully painted. Because before I start putting stones on here and drilling and all that craziness, I want to make sure that this is painted and sealed and good to go. Because I don't want to be mucking with it too much after we get our little stones on. So, okay. There. I think we got it all covered now. That is such a pretty color. Oh my goodness gracious. I love the jewel tones. Love, love, love the jewel tones. It's such a pretty color. All right. And I'm going to think if there's anything else we can do just to kind of accent his little face a little bit or something besides his eyes. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with his eyes. All right, guys, so I'll see you back here in a little bit. I'm gonna do his eyes, let this dry, and I'll see you back and we'll seal her up. All right, hang in there. Hey guys, and we're back. So Mike called me. It is like 11 o'clock here, so I was actually awake this time for his evening call. Normally I'm not awake and don't talk to him this late, but I was out here and I was getting obsessed with this dragon. So what I did, I'll show you what I did. So we painted them all up. You know, I didn't change any of the paint colors after I got off the line with you all. What I took a gold pen and I just kind of highlighted some of his little frills here. Just a few little highlights. And I put a glaze, after I did all the painting, I put a glaze on it. So that's why it's a little shinier than the last time you saw it, because it's got like it's called clay glaze. And let me see if I can find it. I will show you guys the bottle. Really neat stuff. I've used it a few times now and I've been pretty happy with it so far. So it's just gloss varnish, simple. So it's glossy, fast curing, safe, and Yeah, that's all it says on it. There you go. Clay glaze. And it's kind of neat. It's not, you know, when it dries, it's not flammable like I was worried about. If someone wanted to put a candle in this, which we're not going to do because this sucker is so heavy that I'm just going to leave it as is. And if someone else wants to put a candle in it, power to them. So I glazed it all up, put the gold on it, and then I did the little crystal in his eyes. So he's got like a little crystal thing going on. There we go. So when the light hits it just right, you see the little glimmer of his eyes. And I picked a little crystal that I thought would match the rest of our, you know, our paint job. So it would gleam like little bits of green and blue and purple and stuff. So there's his back. And I just left the bottom as is because it's completely sealed, so you're not getting stuff on you anymore. And there is our little dragon. Well, little. This is a big piece, guys. This thing is chunky. If I have a scale, let me see if I can weigh him. I'm curious just to see how much this guy weighs, because wow. Okay. 33 and 3/4 ounces. So there's 16, so 2 pounds, a little over 2 pounds. Yeah, is this guy. And he is about, I had a ruler here too, just for your reference if you do want to get this mold. It is about 7 inches long because it's not, this is a 6-inch ruler and it's not quite going to the tip of his nose. So 7 inches long by about, I'm going to say 5.5 inches wide. Because I'm not measuring at the horns, I'm measuring down here at his frills. So about 5.5 inches wide. Yep, that's pretty accurate measurement. So it's good size, guys. I mean, this is a good size mold. I got anti-Temu on this one, so it was a nice surprise, and it is gorgeous, and I love him. So, but like Mikey said, he's like, yeah, that will go to someone very special who loves and is into dragons. And I said, yep, exactly. Someone that sees him will just say, I love him and I gotta have him. So he's going to my art shows coming up, and then I'll, if he doesn't sell, then he's going up on eBay after I get back. But there's our dragon. If you liked the video this week, please give me a like. Send me some thumbs up and some likes. I do appreciate those. They help me out a lot. If you want to see something else, something different, or this guy poured with different colors, because I've seen some other variations where they do just like a gold marble and it comes out really pretty too. I wanted to go crazy with color on this one, but we can also pour them in different colors. If you want to see that, shoot me a message, let me know. I am listening to you guys, trying to keep everything in frame, so hopefully I did that for the rest of this video, so you guys actually get to see what I'm doing and enjoy it. And then and if you like what we're doing here in the Shell Shack, shoot a subscribe, you know, and send out to anybody else in your inner circle that might like to see what we're doing in the Shell Shack. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. And so what did you guys think of those thunderstorms? Speaking of which, what do you think of those thunderstorms the other day? Wow. Whew, that got a little hairy scary, and I made it inside just in time because it got dark like that in the video, and I don't even think the camera showed how dark it was. I mean, if you can imagine going outside at like 10 o'clock at night, it was about that dark outside, but it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was crazy. Everything's okay. Some limbs down. You know, they took it a little harder up north of us, so luckily we escaped the worst part of the storm, but it got a little apocalyptic there for a little while. So with that, guys, take care. Love you from the Emerald Coast, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.